Think about everything you want to do before you die. The books you want to read, the films you want to watch, the skills you want to learn, the places you want to visit, and the goals you want to achieve. Now, think about how that list makes you feel. For most people, that feeling isn't going to be excitement. It's probably going to be something closer to anxiety. You know, that quiet, nagging feeling that life is passing and you're not doing enough with it. That you should be further along by now, and that somehow everyone else is keeping up while you're the only one falling behind. Hey there, I'm Paolo. I make videos about overcoming self sabotage, building confidence, and living a life you are genuinely happy with. I remember countless days that started with good intentions. I would sit down ready to read something, watch something, work on something, basically do something worthwhile with my time. But then I would scroll through options, go back and forth between choices, open and close things, all because choosing one thing felt like abandoning everything else forever. And then suddenly it would be too late to start anything properly, and I would go to bed having done nothing. Not because there was nothing to do, but because there was too much. At some point, I started wondering just how much is out there? What exactly was I trying to keep up with? Fun fact, there are around 150 million books in existence. If you read one book a week, every week for your entire life, you'd only go through maybe a few thousand. You're never going to read them all. And it's not just books, it's everything, the films, the skills, the places, the goals. You will never do it all in your lifetime. But this inability to do everything isn't a problem to solve. It's just a condition of being alive. It's the reality of having limited time. And I want to be clear here. I'm not saying give up on your ambitions or stop wanting things. The point is, you can do anything you want, just not everything. And when you accept that you can't do everything, something changes. Every yes you say becomes more meaningful because you understand what you're saying no to. And every no becomes slightly easier to say because you're not trying to keep all options open anymore. You're making a real choice about what really matters to you, whether it's about a movie to watch, a career to pursue, or a relationship to get into. For example, before I used to struggle with the idea of rewatching a film or rereading a book. And the logic was simple. There are so many things out there that I haven't experienced yet. Why would I go back to something I already have? That's a waste of time. But now I can do it without guilt. Not because I don't have anything new I want to try, obviously, but because I've accepted that I'm going to miss out on most things anyway. So I might as well fully enjoy the ones I choose, even if it's something I already experienced, and even if it's something that other people might say is useless or boring. And this mindset also helped me make long term commitments. Like, I spent 8 years doing blogging with no guarantee it would ever amount to anything much. And unfortunately, it didn't. And earlier this year, I started YouTube, knowing full well that once again, I would have to play the long game and that I would have to say no to a dozen other things I could be doing instead for years. But it wasn't really a difficult choice because once you stop trying to do everything, it becomes easier to choose what you really want to do now. Of course, I'm not going to pretend that the anxiety disappears overnight. But once you really accept that you are never going to do it all, that's the moment when all the things you want to do stops being a weight on your shoulders that you have to carry and starts being just a list you can choose from. And again, the moment you choose something, you're also choosing to miss out on everything else, at least temporarily. But that's not a loss, that's what a choice actually is. Because you can do anything, but you're never going to do everything. And honestly, that's a relief. Thank you for watching. And one more thing, if this made you want to actually figure out what you want in life, there's a free guide in the description called 5 questions that will change your life. Just 5 simple questions that will help you figure out what you really want to do and give you the confidence to go after it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.